back to SinCityBounty.com, where Sierra is completely befuddled by a Playboy without anything even suggesting nudity in it.
What about, are they at least sexy ladies in it?
Barely, they're skinny. I mean, there's not even, oh, look, she may be naked in that picture.
Oh.
But,
It's pretty weak.
I mean, shit, dude.
I
You see worse than this in Maxim.
I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it. I'm not a big fan of magazines that sexualize women, but I will read a magazine that sexualizes men like crazy. So
they really do have some great articles in there sometimes.
They do.
And
you are absolutely right about that.
Their fiction is usually pretty good too, but I mean, there's barely a nipple in that. I'm so disgusted.
So let's finish up with your kink panel.
Yes.
So we were talking with Steph, our fabulous guest in studio, and she was on a kink panel today. So what was the kink panel about?
So the kink panel, there is an organization, a student group at UNLV called Students United for Reproductive Justice, and they have different people, different topics every week or whenever they meet. So this week they were doing a kink panel, and my friend who works there, who helps facilitate, asked anybody who wanted to come. So I went, my boyfriend / dominant went, and another person that we kind of know went. And the students, they just asked us questions. We told a little bit about like how we identify, like the different things that we're into, and it was really good. I think what I liked the most about it was there was different perspectives. There was a male dominant, there was me, the strong, independent, submissive, and there was a female rope top, which is it's not very common for a female to be a rope top, the person tying people up. So
is she binding men or women or both?
Yeah,
anybody?
Both. Mm-hmm. Anybody. So
did she practice? Is it shibari, right?
She does all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So it was good. We just chatted, and they asked lots of really good questions. Sometimes what happens during kink panels is when you've been doing it a long time and you're talking to other people, you really talk about like the risks and like how things can go wrong. So towards the end, we were like, but there's good stuff. So it's better to educate people on, I think, the things that can go wrong in these situations, as opposed to just saying everything's great and it's so fun and try it out. So
I have a little bit of a political question. This was a group for reproductive justice. Mm-hmm. So why? It sounds like to me they're fighting for the right for women to, control their own bodies. They're fighting for the right for sex education in schools. So why would they?
I think that's just their name that they've had for a long time. It's really a group of sex nerds. They have different topics and things. But I think
it's called sex nerds.
I think the name's been around for a while before they really formed and got what was going on. So they cover all kinds of topics.
I think education in all kinds of sexual proclivities when you're an adult is fine. College is perfect.
Yeah.
But
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that name kind of throws you off.
I kind of like reproductive justice.
Yeah,
it's a good name. It just sounds very.
And this is the only thing that I know. I don't know what else they do. So maybe they do more things that involve more fighting and social.
Abortions are okay if you want them.
So. And it was
awesome that you're on the kink panel.
There was someone in there who had never heard any of this stuff. She was from Sweden. She had never heard.
How could she be that close to Germany and never hear of this stuff?
Some people just don't.
Germany is some deviant
we
people.
Know
Germans are very
they're some kinky motherfuckers.
They do some shit that Americans are like, whoa,
slow down. So it's always nice when you see people who just have this look of what on their face the whole time. We're like, do you have any questions? She's like, is this just in America? And we're like, no, honey, this is all over the world. So it was good. There was like a couple in there. We're like, you guys good? You guys learned some stuff? They're like, yeah, well, we're good. So
I'm gonna spank her tonight.
Right.
Do you find young, vibrant, college-age potential partners there?
I didn't, but I'm down. Like I'm totally down.
I'll teach you. Teach you right.
Anytime I can delve even a foot into my future cougarness, I'm totally down.
Did you at least get email addresses and Facebook?
No,
so you could invite them to your future sex party.
No, I did let them know if they wanted to get into the kink community, they could find me on FetLife, so I could steer them in the right direction. Because there's predators and creepy people all over the place. So it's like
that's okay. So that's one another thing. I was thinking about that on the way into work today. I was thinking, oh, that's going to be on the show. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about that. You put a post up. It was an invite on Facebook for Come Party with Steph.
Okay.
Where you were downtown at a bar or something like that.
Every month I have a Friday night drinks with Steph because I have lots of friends.
Right.
So I'm like, people come hang out.
I thought that was fabulous. I had plans that Saturday. I was so going to come down. Do you ever worry being as public as you are? I'm very public as well. Some things I don't share. But do you ever worry about deviant people or stalkers or anything like that?
I don't. Maybe I should more, but I really don't because I keep myself usually surrounded around good people, and those good people bring people in. It's very rare that I just have random brand new people. Also, I love random and new people. So usually if you're very welcoming to some of these people and they're down to do some malicious shit, they don't want to be around you. Because they're just like, oh, no, she's too welcoming. Like, I'm good. For instance, Friday was my Friday night drinks with Steph. Earlier that day, I was at Zappos for the Fandom Friday, and I was like meeting new people, and I was like, come hang out with us today, blah, blah, blah. So I don't really ever worry about people. Plus, like,
wait until you get a psycho ex.
I see. I'm friends with most of my exes.
Yeah, wait until you get a psycho ex, and then they're stalking you.
Yep.
Even to this day, and Psycho X was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Even to this day, I will not post when I'm at a place, but I will post when I'm leaving.
Yeah. No, and that makes absolute sense. I was more cautious of that kind of thing when I had recently got out of my abusive relationship that I was in, but it's been so long, and he's in such a terrible place that I don't even really think about it. I tend to I've been lucky where I have formed relationships with people that I continue to be friends with after the relationship ends. Good. So luckily for me, I haven't had that yet. But not that it may not happen. So I don't know. Nothing bad's happened yet.
Segue. What about when you're dressed in costume and in your furry outfit and you're meeting new people and they're in like full fur on costume and you don't even know what they look like? Yeah. You meet new people. Do you? I know you don't always have sex in your furriness, but.
And an additional question here: do you have your costume with you? I'm just asking for a friend.
I don't have a full fursuit because they're really expensive. So I just have tail and ears. That's all I have. It's real funny too because people are like, "Oh, kitty," and I'm like, "I'm a raccoon. Stop. I'm not a kitty."
Well, you know what? We need to. We're going to talk about Indiegogo a little bit later, but we should do an Indiegogo for the rest of your costume.
Oh gosh, I'd rather do it for something better. But that is an idea.
I am so on board with that idea. If we're going to talk about what's on Indiegogo.
Okay.
And if they're doing that on Indiegogo, we can do your fucking costume.
I know.
On Indiegogo.
That's true. It could totally be done on Indiegogo. It would probably get supported too.
So one of our really good friends, Moose Harris, he is a furry. He's a liger.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's an ocelot.
Ocelot.
Ocelot, tiger, something else.
Oh, okay.
Lion, maybe.
Yeah. So, yeah. And when he dresses up, he is like full bore, and I never would recognize him.
Yeah.
Without,
I can pull up my FetLife
if you meet people in there and they're in full costume and you hook up. Does that bother you, or is that part of the thrill, the not knowing who they are?
I've never thought about it. I've never thought about it because when I meet people at like conventions and stuff, for one, I don't get to go to a lot of conventions, but when I have, it's people who are in costume, but at some point I see them not in costume, and they've been vetted by other people, just like kink community. Like people get vetted by other people, so you're not just you are doing people you don't know, but somebody knows someone that you're doing. So it's not complete total strangers. Someone will be like, hey, watch out for such and such. And I mean, I've had sex with the people who, some people are like, hey, don't have sex with that person. And I'm like, well, too late, because I just had sex with them like 3 times.
So do they, I mean, I know that you don't, but at a convention, does it happen where, like, you know, a squirrel and a tiger will, you know, be hanging out at the bar, and then they're like, let's just go have sex, but they've never actually seen each other? Like, is that a thing?
Yeah, that's I assume that's a thing. I've seen sexy parties happen a lot at conventions that I've been to where people are not necessarily in costume. Because while we're all furries, like sometimes when you're wearing that shit all day, like you're done at a certain point. So some people have sex in their costumes, but a lot of people I know don't have sex in certain costumes because, like I said, that shit is expensive. Like, you know, I don't necessarily want body fluids all over this thing I spent $3,000 for. Okay. Some people do, though.
Some people have little sex flaps.
I just wondered if there were some who, like, that's part of it for them.
I'm sure
they can't have sex outside of the costume.
Like, I can't say yes or no, but I'm absolutely sure that there are people. There's people who do all that stuff.
So when is the next furry convention here?
There's one in May called Elliott Spring Gathering.
Okay.
I won't be here because I'll be out of town.
And can people go who may not be in costume? Again, asking for a friend.
If you want to get dressed up, or if you want to buy a ticket, absolutely. But I will tell you that if you're going, whoever you're asking for, and you're just looking for sex, you might get it, but you most likely will not.
Right. Now, what if they just want to observe?
Yeah, you can totally get a ticket and just go. Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'd like to watch furry sex. I'm just saying.
Well, if you're going now, don't buy a ticket to a furry convention to watch people have sex.
No, I mean, I'd want to go just for the experience.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I'd like to make friends with some forest creatures who are about to go get it on. And they're like, hey, Toxie, you want to come watch? And I'll be like, I mean, I guess if you're
You need to make friends with furries and then be like, hey, friends, I'd really like to see you guys do something someday. And they'd be like, okay. Because, I've seen furries have sex lots of times, but I'm just like, we're friends already, so it's not weird.
So I have to go through the whole, like, make friends first. And then, okay, I get it, because Sierra didn't let me watch her have sex from the get-go, so I get it. I had to work up to it. I get it.
Do you have some sort of Disney fantasy thing where Bambi's going to be doing, Thumper or something?
Oh, you don't need to see that in real person. Girl, type in, like, anything.
Cartoon
porn. Any anthropomorphic character, naughty, or sex.
Yes. YIFF. Look up YIF.
YRFF?
No, YI.
Wait, what?
No, Y. The letter Y.
I'm confused.
YFF.
RFF. All right.
I.
Forget it.
Write it down for her.
Too many letters.
We'll send you a link in the messaging.
There you go.
I can't.
This is a good one.
YIF. Okay, that makes sense. Kelly Guy said a squirrel, a raccoon, and an Liger walk into a bar.
He's a Tigsalot.
Tigsalot.
Is Gentleman Groot on there?
Yes.
Oh, that's my boyfriend.
He said, he said, no questions for me. Just here to support staff. Bartender asks, what is this, a joke?
He's so silly.
Show her that picture.
Which one?
The what did you just call him?
Tigsalot.
Tiger ocelot, right?
Interesting.
Tiger.
I love it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh,
he does a facial prosthetic.
So let's go back to Indiegogo and talk about the thing that you found, Toxie, and that was the Indiegogo campaign to raise money in order to produce.
Right. Let me pull it up. A friend sent it, and
That's awesome that your friend sent that to you.
Mm-hmm.
I ask for random things. So this is
Do you have it yet?
I had it pulled up on here, but
I have it.
Shut it all
I have it. You want me to read it?
Yes. Please.
So in no way we're endorsing this, but it's interesting. So in case you're interested, imagine a woman of your dreams, your object of desire, her charm, her sensuality, her passion. Try her taste. Feel her smell. Hear her voice. Imagine her massaging you passionately and whispering in your ear everything you want. Now free your fantasies and imagine that with a magic wand you can close it in one bottle of beer. The golden...
so thought that's where this was going as I started to read.
The golden drink brewed with her lure, grace, and flavored with instincts. Imagine the beer of which every sip is a rendezvous with this hot woman of your dreams. She hugs you, kisses you gently, looks straight into your eyes. How much would you give for that beer? The Order of Yoni is the name of the company.
That's amazing.
The secret of the beer lies in her vagina.
For this unique beer containing the quintessence of femininity.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, now we've had
hold on.
yogurt.
Is it made from random chicks?
You can no. When I looked up your purchase options, and you have one where you can purchase
your own.
Yes, but they're trying to still work out the whole gynecological side of it.
They use the lactic acid bacteria from the vagina. They say it transfers a woman's features, allure, grace, glamour, and instincts into the beer.
That sounds ridiculous.
They're looking for 150,000 euro.
That's like $5,
which will enable them to brew 6 batches of 16,600 beers.
No, I'm not giving that any money. No.
Now,
vagina beer?
Do you remember when the yogurt was going around that was made with a feminine's lactic something acid?
No.
There's people who still do that. They'll make their own vegetable.
They'll make their own, yeah.
More power to them. Like I do like how I taste, but I'm good on that. Like I don't need to drink it in a beer.
No, I can drink it in a cup.
Crazy.
That no.
But you would go down on a woman, so what's the difference?
Why is it in a beer? Why can't I just go down on a woman?
When you go down on a woman, it's not fermented.
I'll chase it with a beer after.
Also, I don't like how they're describing it. Something about their description, how it's it encaptures a woman's grace, something.
Allure.
Stop. It catches their vagina juices. Like, cut the rest of that out. You're not capturing grace in a bottle. Grace is not a fucking genie. This is not Aladdin. Like, that's not a thing.
They said
it smells like fish.
They said the crucial part of the project is to ensure the safety of the product. The procedures of isolation and preparation prevent other bacteria and viruses from surviving, providing the final product clean and healthy.
Wow.
I want them to make sure that the product it comes from is clean and healthy.
Does it come from her? The model in the photo.
I just imagine
she's pretty.
I just imagine a factory full of just chicks with their legs open.
Right?
How do you collect a sample? Like,
it's just some guy with a glove just comes by and swipes your vagina every 15 minutes.
Or they put a cup underneath when you have sex.
But there's got to be something to stimulate the juices, you would think, right?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
God. All right, so
this is making me bad.
Let's do Sierra's curse word of the week. We just can't handle the other.
It's time for the curse word of the week, brought to you by Sierra from SinCityBounty.com.
This week's curse word of the week is brought to you by Cali Guy. Twatbot. A twatbot is that endless loop of automated system that you get stuck in every time you have to call the DMV or your bank. A twatbot.
Really quick, just before I forget, Cali Guy said to remind you about their mangarita.
Oh, yeah. So, this was real early on in our relationship, so this kind of sets the bar for how the rest of our relationship was going to go. He found out I was a squirter, and he was all over that shit. He was like, fuck yeah. So one of the first things he asked me to do was squirt into a container, and then we used that to make margaritas.
Oh!
We had mango margaritas.
I didn't even know that. Way better than that fucking beer.
Do you think so, really?
Yes.
It didn't even need a salt rim.
I've had margaritas at your house.
We would never serve them to you unwillingly.
Do you want some margarita? Do you really want some margarita?
I'll give you a margarita.
Crazy.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Do you want to comment on this book? We're done with the Playboy.
So I'm going to show the cover because there's nothing that's going to get anyone in trouble. This is the cover of Playboy. This is the sexiest it gets.
And that's how you should treat it. If you're looking for a magazine,
Drop it on the ground.
Just,
with
you know
naked
what?
women.
Stop reading Playboy because it's no longer about naked women. It's not even about the articles anymore because honestly, all they did was interview a bunch of semi-famous people.
B-list, C-list celebrities.
Yeah, B-list, C-list celebrities. I'm gonna read the fiction piece in here and see if it's any good. But the fact that they're advertising Andrew Dice Clay in here just kind of lets you know what's going on with that.
Yeah,
No,
what's
it's
wrong with
bueno.
that?
Just by
That
Hustler.
makes it enticing. I mean, if it were 1987, but still, that makes it enticing.
He still dresses like it's 1987.
There are still people who really like Andrew Dice Clay,
Yeah.
He's all right.
which
He was
is
out here not too
crazy.
long
I mean,
ago, I think.
his shtick is still his shtick. Like everything he does.
You know what his shtick reminds me of? Trump.
You know what? He's got the same shtick he was doing in 1987. He hasn't changed his clothes or his fucking shtick. Oh, I'm gonna say a lot of really bad words in a terrible New York accent. You know what? I can do that. And I have just proved.
Yeah, which you basically just did.
Yeah.
Fuck! Side note, my
That's
friend
fine.
told me to tell you guys hi. Vixen Blue was what they went by when you interviewed them.
Yes,
a long time
Vixen
ago.
Blue. We remember Vixen Blue.
So,
That's awesome.
Hello!
Hello.
We totally did interview her.
Yes, we did.
I love you.
All right, so let's cover Wentworth.
Wentworth. So Wentworth is this gentleman who was on
Prison Break.
Prison Break.
Sexy.
Nice guy, nice guy. The LAD Bible, which is the site that it was on, posted a picture, and it was a meme that said, when you break out of prison and find out about McDonald's monopoly. It showed two pictures side by side, one of him during his prison break time, very
Lean,
built,
muscular,
lean, svelte,
No, he was not particularly muscular. Lean, svelte, slightly emaciated, but not particularly
Well,
muscular.
and then a picture of him now, which
It's
I don't
from
even know if
it's actually
now.
from
It was like
2010.
2010 or
Yeah.
something. Yes. And so apparently that was on, and he responded to the meme and said, I won't read the entire thing, but basically he found himself the subject of an internet meme, not for the first time, but this one stands out. He had semi-retired. He was keeping a low profile for a number of reasons. First and foremost, I was suicidal. It's a subject I've written about, spoken about, and shared about, but at that time I suffered in silence. And so he went on to basically say, he turned to food during that time. Put on weight, big fucking deal. One day he's out for a hike and, they caught a picture of him and that was it. That was it.
Yeah, and so LAD Bible, they published an apology. They didn't really apologize for the meme because all they apologized was for. They basically said, "Hey, sorry we hurt your feelers," but they never once said, "We're really sorry that we shamed your body."
Yeah.
Never. They never apologized for being body shaming cocksuckers.
But if you think about it, from a male-female perspective, a lot of females don't even get that much.
No, they don't.
I was just gonna say that it's on one hand, it's really nice to see that finally a man is getting the treatment, and maybe now men will sit up and go, "Hey, dude, that's not right."
Right.
Mhm.
You
But
know?
probably not, because if you think about it, like Rob Kardashian, he is trashed for his weight. Trashed. It's almost a daily thing, and every time he tries to improve, he gets trashed even more. So I don't necessarily know if that's the case. Because it happened to a guy that it'll change it.
If George Clooney puts a couple of pounds on, fucking TMZ goes nuts talking about how slovenly disgusting he is these days. And I'm like, he's got a little bit of a beer gut. Let the guy fucking take a break.
Yeah.
Who was the actor that they were really on him about his dad bod when he had gained weight?
Wasn't that our buddy Leonardo?
I think it was Leonardo.
Yeah, I think it was Leo.
him.
DiCaprio?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have kids. It was somebody specifically. That's where the dad bod came from.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I see,
Google
I
it.
see, I see.
Because
I'm Googling it.
Yeah,
Well,
see who it was. Dad bod.
He got an apology, which you're right.
He
It
did.
is so out of character, I guess,
Mhm.
for any kind of magazine like that to do or newspaper.
Right. And that's the problem with body shaming and fat shaming and thin shaming and things like you don't know what a person is going through.
Right.
You
have no idea.
your audacity to comment on someone's weight, whether they be larger than they were, whether they are thinner than they were, you don't know what's going on in that person's life, nor is it any of your fucking business.
My favorite thing is when somebody who has acne or is super short or super tall, when somebody else has a body issue that other people make fun of other bodies.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the stones at a glass house.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We all just trying to live. We all just trying to eat food. We all just trying to work. We all trying to be nice to each other. We all just trying to like get through our lives until we are done, until we're dead. Like, why are we wasting time worrying about what other people look like? Can we focus on other things? Like how someone looks is the last thing that we should be focused on. Nobody, we should not care. There's so many other things going on. It makes me enraged. I hate it.
It's awful. So Leonardo DiCaprio has ushered in an era of acceptance for the schlubby dad bod.
I'm telling you.
So it was
I
Leo,
love him, yeah.
but their most recent victim was my future ex-husband, Vin Diesel. They're bagging on his dad bod. I'm like, Vin Diesel could be at least another 20 pounds heavier and still be sexy as fuck.
True story. I love Vin Diesel.
I would
also
toss
love him
his
'cause
salad.
He's a huge nerd. I love him.
Oh, he's got his D&D character's name tattooed on his back.
Like he's
Nice.
huge. Nerd. I
And
love Vin Diesel.
I did not know he was
such-
such a nerd.
Yeah,
super nerd.
Super.
And he could read the fucking phone book to me and it would get me wet. He'd be like,
Yes.
Alfred Miller.
Okay, so I posted a link on our SinCityBounty wall on Facebook. I believe I put it on our Twitter and Google Plus as well. But I found BuzzFeed posted a thing about this new coloring book. I don't know if it's new, but it's a coloring new to us because we just saw it, and it's called "Have a Nice Day, Asshole." Have a Nice Life, Asshole, and it's a stress reliever if you've broken up with someone and you need to color some pretty stuff. And so go check out the link and go look at some of the pages. But there's one; it's a bunch of cactuses, and all it says is "prick" across it. And then one of my favorites is some partridges and some flowers, and it says "Have fun living with your mother."
My favorite one is that one.
And then the one I posted one single picture on our wall, and it's called "I Faked It Every Time."
And it's all these beautiful roses and flowers and owls.
That's amazing.
It goes right along with the adult cuss word coloring book,
Yes, it does.
where it's like fuck and beautiful flowery font. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you know, fans, I do have Sierra does have an Amazon wish list. It hasn't been updated in a couple of years, so it still has like an iPad 2 on it. I'm gonna go update it with these coloring books. So.
You know what? That's a great idea because Alexia has one as well, and I think I will
update my
mine as
Amazon
well.
wish list.
We have to get Toxie on that bandwagon. I think she came in after.
But we've never had anything given to us on our wish list.
Never.
I mean, our porn girls are like, dude, they'll send you everything. And I'm like, I ain't even got a stylist yet, yo. I'm like 99 cents.
That's amazing.
Did you have anything you wanted to cover in news? We have 3 minutes.
No.
No?
I'm good.
We love having you.
Yay!
So anytime you want to come,
Okay.
just let us know.
I will.
You'll get invites from us often. Make sure you invite us to one of your sexy parties.
Yes.
And we will definitely invite you to the RR, the Red Rooster.
Yes.
And where we want invites to Friday Night Drinks with Steph.
Yes.
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 It's open invite, everyone. I'm not doing one in April, but I'm doing one in May. at the Millennium Fandom Bar. Have you guys been there yet?
I haven't been yet, but I really want to go.
Yes, it's like a nerd bar. It was where the Lady Silva was, so it kind of looks like an old school. It reminds me of the Gryffindor common room sometimes because of how it's laid up, like how it's set up. But yeah, I'm doing a cosplay costume birthday party there.
That's right. You can go dressed up if you want. You can kind
you
of
get
almost
discounts.
be a furry.
Yeah, you can get discounts
What
if
can
you
you dress up
cosplay. As whatever you want.
Yeah,
It's cosplay.
video
You know
game
what?
characters, comic book characters,
act-
TV show characters.
I actually hate dressing up.
Do you really?
It's the worst thing in the world.
Oh my
to
gosh.
Me.
You do not have to dress up.
Yeah, you don't have
We
to
could dress you up as Daria from Beavis and Butthead.
As who?
What?
Daria
The
from
picture
Beavis
that I
and Butthead.
stole to make the ad with, did that come from that night?
No, that just
No.
came. I got some. Oh, fashion stuff. If you go on Amazon and type in cow, there are so many dresses.
Their website. If you go to their actual website, you can custom make.
But they're
it.
expensive on
They
there.
are
On Amazon, the dresses are like $17 to $22, and I wear like a 22. And my dress had lots of room in it, and it was a 3X. Because usually when you get stuff from China, you're like, this shit is gonna be tiny. It's so amazing.
Cow.
Cow.
It's
So amazing.
COW.
Yep.
Yeah.
We belong to a group, and Cow's all the rage in there.
Yeah.
Is it the Fat Babes Forever?
No.
No.
Oh, because that's the one I'm in, and that's how I
Oh.
found out about Cow.
No, it's a super
Yeah.
secret private digital sorority.
Ooh.
Well, maybe we could invite her in though.
Oh, yeah, we could totally.
They have a
do that.
wait list of almost 5,000 girls, but we can ask.
What?
Yeah.
A
Three of us
wait
asked.
list?
Yeah.
This is
Gosh.
a Facebook group with a wait list?
With
There's
a wait
already
list of-
5,000 people in it, and they have a wait list of almost 5,000.
And the
girls
way
to get
we
in.
got in is because our darling
Wendy of Neverland.
Wendy, we
amazing.
love you.
Of course, we got in when there was only like 1,500 people in there too.
Yeah.
So
We'll try and sneak you in.
That's awesome.
I'll try to get you in.
in.
But they talk about the cow dresses
Yeah.
all the time. They're adorable, but I'm
Yeah.
a maxi dress girl. I'm like, where's
Yeah.
the long cow dresses?
Oh yeah. I love me some short dresses. These are actually not as short as I would like them to be.
Whenever we have a guest like a Stefan, it's an hour is not enough.
no,
We could go on for the rest of the night, I think.
we could go back to a 3-hour format.
We are
It's fine.
Sin City Bounty. Find us on SinCityBounty.com. But for better content, go to our Facebook or Twitter. We don't have an Instagram. Google Plus. Facebook is the best one. We all contribute there. Find Steph on Facebook as well. At her Twitter.
Yes, Slytherin stuff.
Slither and Steph. Definitely go follow her on Twitter. She posts some awesome stuff on there. We love you.
Good night, y'all.
Bye.
The stupid man wanna stroke that kid and fell right into her trap. Now